back to your channel. Now this is going to be a video about soap making books. When I started out soap making, I started to buy soap making books and I never really stopped. So to give you an idea, I've got a whole bunch of them. It's not all of my books. I actually gave some of them away already, so I really do have quite a few of them. Now when you start out with soap making, you really just want to buy one book. I had to go think which one would it be. And I decided on the Everything Soapmaking book that I've got here. I've got the second edition. I know there's a third edition out at the moment. And the third edition's got a little bit more color pictures in it. And I'm not sure what else is different from it. I didn't have it in my hand. But the second edition is really a very good starting book here. Now this book is the Everything Soapmaking book from Alicia Grasso. Now, I love this book because it really covers about all of the soap making things that you can think of, or at least it covers a little bit of it, because there is so much about soap making. You can't, for the life of it, put everything into one book. You're going to need a library into here. So let's just quickly look into it and see. I'm just going to touch on some of the chapters, tell you what I like about the book, maybe what I do not like about the book. The first thing is, this is not a very visual book. There are pictures in this one, but it's not a lot of pictures. So if you're a visual learner and you need pictures to learn, then this is not going to be a good fit for you. This is not a book to make prettier soap. This book is to make better soap, so that you can understand the soap making fundamentals. This is going to be an awesome foundation to start out with. So if you are a visual learner and you don't like to read a lot, then this book covers about most of the stuff, maybe even a little tiny bit more than my soap making course covers. I've got a soap making course on Udemy. The link is in the description box of the video. So if you rather decide you want to do have me in your soap making room next to you and coach you through the whole process, that is the option as well. For this specific book, let's just jump into it. The book is written in imperial units, so if that's something to keep in mind with. Most of the recipes are in imperial units. It's not a big issue. You can just change it to metric units with using a soap calculator. If you don't know how to use a soap calculator, I'll leave a link, and then you can just watch the soap calculator tutorial to teach you how to do that. It's really easy. It's not difficult. So you can change it from the one unit to the other unit. And another thing is, she rounded off all of her recipes in this book. It's not wrong, but I always prefer to run each and every recipe that I try out through the soap making calculator first, because printing problems do come in sometimes. There are quite a few recipes in this book. I know the cold process soap making recipes, there are nearly 20 of them, I think. And then there are many more recipes in this book. So I did not run all of them through the soaping calculator. Take the responsibility, do that, because they can sometimes slip in little. Maybe everything is perfect in this book, I do not know. So just something to keep in mind. Now, the only thing that I disagree with this book, and it's bad to start a book with the disagreement there, is about vinegar. She points out that if you spill sodium hydroxide or soap butter on your skin, that you must wipe it clean, and then you can apply vinegar to it, and then rinse it with water afterwards. Vinegar is going to react with the sodium hydroxide, and it's going to there's going to be a chemical reaction, and it's actually going to generate a little bit more heat. So dilution is the solution with soap making. Always just rinse with clean water, dilute the sodium hydroxide, and just make sure that you rinse it properly. If there's really a bad burn, then get medical help for it, but never use vinegar on your skin. So maybe in the third edition, she might have changed something about it. She doesn't say you have to do it, but it's an option. Do not use it as an option. Okay, then she's gonna show out the essential stuff that you can use in your soap making equipment here. The first chapter is about soap making equipment, lye solution temperatures, making soap with milk, making soap without lye. So there is a chapter later on in this book about melt and pour soap in here. What I do like about it, there's a chapter on herbs. Now the herbs, she will teach you how you can add it to your soap by making teas, how to make infusions. She covers about 17 herbs in this specific book. So there's quite a few skin loving herbs that she's got covered here. Then also other additives. She's got honey and glycerin, silk, exfoliants, grains and clays and everything that she covers here as well in this one. Then she covers fragrance oils, and she's got essential oils as well. So I've got the fragrance essential oils together here. She gives you the common names of some of them, where it's originated from. So it's very interesting. She gives you an idea which one is the cheaper one, so which one is more expensive. Then she goes into color as well, chapter 7. So color is not a very extensive chapter in here. She talks about complementary colors, then graying out. If you mix the wrong colors together, then you're going to get funny colors in here. Creating a color story, enjoying natural color sources. So she actually, here she's got an alkanite root infusion, and then a natto seed infusion. Food and cosmetic dyes, she talks about those. So, but it's not really, this is a chapter I hope in the 3rd edition she actually expand a little bit on it. But she gives you ideas on what you can use as colorants and whatnot. Then chapter 8 is cold process technique. Now the cold process technique, there's quite a bit information on it. With the cold, there's 20 base recipes in here that you can use and adjust. Tips for new soap makers. Varying the cold process for room temperature cold process method. So she does touch on that as well. The recipes here. How to make stamps. If you want to make your own soap stamps, she's got a little bit of that in here as well, which I think is quite cool. Most of the other books does not even mention it in there. Then she also covers the hot process. So hot process, there's quite a few pages on that as well. Then she's got recipes for that as well. Most of the hot process recipes, she uses the cold process basis, and you can adjust it for that. Chapter 11, you've got liquid, transparent, cream, hot process, soap recipes here as well. So if you want to venture into liquid soaps or cream soaps and so on, then she's got quite a few pages on this. So she does have quite a bit information about it. Then we're going to get to soap casting technique, which is actually melt and pour. So she does cover melt and pour, give you a few ideas here. Not many pages, I think there's about 10 of them, but it's a very good starting point here. Then soap casting projects, which is still melt and pour here. So these are a few projects here. She's got pictures. This is just to give you an idea. The 2nd edition is black and white pictures. I think in the 3rd edition, I saw a few color pictures there as well. Then we're going to go on to hand milling. Now hand milling is basically rebatching of soap. So if you need to rebatch soap, she's got a whole chapter in here, how to do rebatching. And how you can make laundry soap and citrus vinegar laundry rinse. Then for your first batches, she actually touches on single oil soaps. Now I'm a big fan for single oil soap when you start out. Make small batches. The reason for that is if you read in your soap making calculator about the bubbly or the longevity of soap or just the creaminess of soap, it's just a word. But if you use, for example, 100% olive oil, then you know what is slimy after you tested that soap after 6 weeks curing time. If you make 100% coconut oil soap, you will understand what is bubbly and real bubbly in a single oil soap. So really think about it. If you just started out soap making, even if you're actually a seasoned soap maker, I made soap for I don't know how many years before I actually ventured out one day and decided I'm gonna make single oil soaps of all the oils that I do have. And it was like 150 gram oil batches. It wasn't big batches of soap. It was basically 2 tiny little soaps that I made from each oil that I've got. And I learned so much. I wish I'd done that many years ago. So really do think about it. Awesome, good ideas that she's giving you in this book. Let's just say animal or vegetable. So she actually points out a few things about it. Solid oils, exotic oils. She does cover fatty acids, oil properties in here as well that she touches on, and how to formulate your own recipe. So this is the formulation chapter here. Then she also got chapter 17, presenting your soap. So how to package them, releasing your creativity, giving them as a gift, samples, wrapping paper, boxes. So she really touched a little bit on this as well. And then gift collection ideas, all natural, gardener's gift, Thanksgiving presentation. So she's got ideas there as well. Then if you decide to sell your soap, she's got a little bit information there. How to create a product line, soap selling smarts. So she's got smart ideas there. Bringing your soap to the world, chapter 19 here. This is on markets to sell, how to handle your money. After the event, moving forward, if you want to decide if you want to do it again or not. How much money did you really make? So she's got to touch a little bit on costing. If you want to create a website. So this is not really in depth, but she touches on everything there. And then she's got the glossary here. Troubleshooting for cold process. In a soap pot, then in the mold. After unmolding, after cutting. So she's got quite a few stuff that she's going to tell you about. Just for example, if your soap is crumbly and has sparkling patches, it could be lie heavy and should not be used. So she does touch on that. Making molds, cutters and planers. So there are ideas how to make cutters and planers as well. Then she's got a lot of resources here in the back. So all in all, this is about 280 pages in this book. For me, I really do think it's worth the money. You're not going to get another book easily that's going to cover this huge variety of soap making information, because this is really, it's cold process, it's hot process, it is formulation, recipe formulation, it's got melt and pour in it, it's got rebatching in it. It really, I've done my UDEMY soap making course, and for me it was a really big challenge to just get everything put together that it makes sense, because there are so many things to do. And then afterwards I got this book secondhand at a shop, and I thought, you know what, this would have been a lovely framework. But it's basically, it covers a lot of the stuff that I do cover as well. Although if you do a video like this, you can talk about a lot of stuff very quickly. My video course is 6 hours long. It's going to take you more than 6 hours to read this. And I speak fast. I put a lot of information in my video. So that's another option for you. So if this book is a fit for you, there's a link in the description box that you can get it on Amazon. I believe there's other places that you can buy it as well. I did not put a price on it. I know at this moment they are less than $20. There are second-hand books available in Amazon. There are new ones. So there's a variety on prices on them. So just have a look there, see if this is a fit for you. If you rather like to do an online soap making course, I've got the one on Udemy. The link is also in the description box. So, and that is it for today. You must have a lovely day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you next week again. Keep well.